This could be a reverse type show. From the get-go, we let the cat out of the bag and then just spin it down backwards. I mean, it is a moonshine flavored liqueur. Dad's not drinking bourbon episode.
This is funny because it is going to be a Dad's not drinking bourbon episode.
But it's summertime. And we got to be not serious all the time.
Summertime.
No, I go Sublime. Summertime and the living's easy.
Do you go Olaf now? Summer!
I know what that is.
Well, your eldest is a boy. Wait till Layla gets a little bit older and you're watching Frozen over and over and over.
I don't know if she's going to be into that stuff, man. She's mean.
What, like a bruiser?
I'm just telling you, you've seen the looks.
I haven't seen the looks. She loves you.
Hines and his wife walked up. And seriously, Layla just looks at him like, Jen looks at me. She's like, she really does look mean. I was like, I know, I wasn't lying. It's my own kid. She's like, I've never seen somebody stare at me like that, even an adult.
Oh, God.
Man, I'm telling you, she cut them eyes. It's brutal.
It's kind of like the look I give you.
No, it's not the kaleidoscope of mope.
No, the look like when I want to punch you in the face.
That's more aggression, though. Layla's is like, my eyes are going to be all that I need to beat you up right now. Like, take you down.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards, and with me is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drink of Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. Say hello to the folks, Zeke.
Hello, hello.
This is a fun episode. It's short. We're going to kind of just get right to it. But
so I'm sure you got called a lot of things over the years, as I have as well. Was Skrewball ever one of them?
No, I had a football coach that called me a Yeti. I
don't even want to keep going.
I mean, I'm a big...
Just keep going.
Never really, got called fat ass, got called Yeti, got called Big John. Never got called a Skrewball.
Interesting.
You?
My family's affectionate name for me was Shithead.
That sounds about right.
And the corresponding line was, well, you should just be thankful you got shit for brains. You didn't have shit, you wouldn't have nothing at all.
That's the sort of thing that makes you feel loved.
Pop's his asshole, I'm Shithead. Everyone in the family knows that. And if you call either one of us the opposite name, it's no, you're talking to the wrong one. I'm that one.
Did they also leave some therapy money for you under the pillow?
Hey, we're a fun breed.
Yet don't I know it.
Anyway, as some of you may have seen recently, I guess a company called Skrewball has put out a peanut butter whiskey.
Is the company's name Skrewball?
Hey, look, dude, I don't know. We're on the fly here. Bottled by Skrewball Spirits in Mira Loma, California.
And they got like a goat on the front. Is that a goat?
Oh, wow. No, actually, this is probably the best part. Maybe not the best, but I like it. Consumer information. You want to guess what the number is?
What?
1833 Screwed. SKREWED. I'm not sure if that's like a porn number or like one of those auto injury kind of things you hear on the news.
For whiskey, press 1. For our videos, press 2.
If you were just ass-ended, press 4. But yeah, there's a moose or something on the front of this thing. I happen to notice in the back, under the label, there's some writing here. If you'll bear with me for a brief moment. Skrewball, an individual who is not afraid to stray from the cliche things in life. A black sheep, one who has the courage to stand alone, but rarely does because their unique spirit attracts an open-minded crew. Skrewballs live life like no one is watching, and fun follows them wherever they go.
I feel like that doesn't make any sense because they said people are attracted to them, so they don't live life like no one's watching because they know people are watching.
In a nutshell, it reminds me of like trying to read some tattoo on a Saturday or Sunday morning in the single years when you woke up and you're like, what does that say on that person?
Or like, hey, you know, their Chinese characters actually means like, I'm hungry. And it doesn't mean wisdom.
Nonetheless, I've been laughing since I pulled this out. I looked at John. I'm like, just come on, give a little smell or a taste here. And even though I didn't know John when he was, 5 or 8 years old, this is the face I'm imagining he made when Mom said, "You want to bake some cookies or brownies?" Or there was something going on in the kitchen, in the oven, and lots of sugar, chocolate, and peanut butter were involved.
Well, this one says, to the Misfits, Black Sheep, and Skrewballs, whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. So there's coloring added to this. This is like the Fireball for fat kids.
Hey, I'm not hating, man.
I'm not hating either, but I'm just saying this one is like the Fireball for fat kids. It's 70 proof, 35% ABV. And you're right. I mean, when I look at this is like the type of thing that when Mom was like, hey, we're going to go bake some cookies, you're going to get some cookie dough.
Oh, no, it was hilarious. You hadn't even tasted it. John just smells it and then, is this in town? Who's got it?
I gotta tell you, I have to tell you, I put my nose. We're not even pouring this one in a glass. We're drinking this one out of the bottle. I'm full disclosure, and I just put it up to my nose, and I was like, I want to bake with this. I want to do everything with this. I want to take a bath in this. It's just like chocolate peanut butter is my favorite flavor ever. I think if I could do chocolate peanut butter, like with ice cream, I love vanilla ice cream with chocolate and peanut butter on it. Like I would take that sundae over like a hot fudge whipped cream, all that other stuff.
At least to me, they crush the profile. I mean, they've got that, olfactory textbook, man. Like who put this in the bottle with alcohol at the same time?
The nose is a Reese's peanut butter cup. Like that's basically... It is an alcoholic Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, man.
I love this nose. And I said to Zeke before I even had my first sip, I said, if this thing tastes as good as it noses, the other thing I would say about this is Skrewball, please put this out at like 100 proof. Just please. The 70 proof isn't enough for me. Just please put it out just a little bit more.
I thought you were going to ask for, please let me be on your tasting team.
Oh, that
R&D, anything else you're coming along with here. You folks send it old John Boy's way.
Oh my God, that's so good. It's got a little bit, I'm not going to lie, it's got a little bit of a fake taste to it, like in the...
Oh, yeah.
But, man, that's good.
I can't wait for a late night convo. Oh, man.
I'm going to buy a bottle of that. That is a buy. I'm not going to lie. Like the fat kid in me, here's how I think I'm really going to lose weight, Zeke, is I'm not going to,
with this stuff.
No, I'm just not going to eat anything, but I'm going to take some sips of Skrewball. Like whenever I dream about a dessert, I'm just going to go and open up the cabinet and take a swig of Skrewball, and then I'm going to be fine.
Well, you just can't cross that threshold of, I can have one bite and stop. I can have a little bit of this and stop. But I think I think I've seen the price of $29.99. Admittedly, I don't remember what I paid for it. Tarek and I were shooting the breeze, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I got to get one of these. Like, it's buzzing. It's fun. Like, who cares?
I'm buying a case. I'm not even lying. I love it. I want to buy a case. Like, I'm going to reach out to Skrewball. I need them to do something with us. Yes.
Spinoff coming soon. Dad's drinking not bourbon that is flavored, artificially colored liqueurs that taste like amazing desserts. And, well, we just don't give a shit some days.
Dad's drinking Skrewball.
That's gonna be a heck of a name.
Well, it is summer. And our buddies Keener and Chris Tatum over at Old Forge, they sent us over some samples of their moonshine. Now, you'd be surprised to know there are 27 SKUs.
Doesn't surprise me because they have a recipe number written down on each one of these bottles, so you can tell the lowest number is recipe number 8, and the highest I have is recipe number 110.
Yeah, they try a lot of different things, but there's some different moonshines they sent us, and we're just going to go through. This is a fun show.
Literally, it's summer, it's hot. Granted, the 4th of July is past, but there's still a good 2 or 3 months of pool days, out in the field having a good time with your buddies' days. And yes, we do prefer to drink bourbon most days, but you got to have a little fun and indulge. So why not put to use some of these samples that the Old Forge was nice enough to send us.
Now, which one is that one you're drinking?
First
right
one
now?
I have here is coffee. I can't decide if I should give you this first or last because I think you're just going to sit on it.
Do it last. Do that one last. Give me something else.
Well, do we want to start with the original and then work into flavored stuff?
Well, how about you give me 3 and then save the original? We'll do the original with, we have some other moonshines.
Oatmeal cookie. There you go, John. That should be up your alley.
The original, we have some other moonshines that we have from around, and I think we should do a show on that one. So we won't do the original right now. Oatmeal cookie. So we'll just kind of swap back and forth here.
John's got oatmeal cookie. I have vanilla bean, which is all of these are 60 proof. Front label is grain neutral spirits with natural flavors. At least they're honest.
Oh yeah, it does taste like an oatmeal cookie though.
Does or doesn't?
It does.
This is interesting. It's very light on the vanilla bean, but I actually like that because even though it's grain neutral, I don't get much alcohol, singe, or astringency, etc.
I definitely get like the oatmeal and cinnamon.
That's interesting considering it's clear.
Yeah, but I mean the flavors there.
Wise.
It's just like an oatmeal cookie.
Heavy nutmeg, cinnamon come off of that.
Yeah, it's like all the stuff that you would get in an oatmeal cookie. That nutmeg, the cinnamon, even the raisin a little bit.
Even a little raisin and pumpkin-y almost.
Yeah.
Like to me, this is a fall special.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Put this out in the last week of October.
I wish they would do it a little higher proof for these flavored ones. I mean, the regular moonshine that they'll put out, a lot of those East Tennessee folks, and this is Old Forge here, but a lot of those flavored ones they put out at 60 proof, and then they put out the regular moonshine at 100 proof. But man, so this is vanilla bean.
Tell you what, I think, interestingly enough, we have to work on developing a spin-off show somewhere around the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of baking, we just have all the liquid flavor delights you would expect of baked goods, but hopefully much less calories.
I got to say, the vanilla bean, it wasn't as vanilla bean for me as I thought it would be.
No, but I almost like that because think about it. You've got vanilla extract.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't know many people that use it in the cocktail space. Some creatives are probably out there, but
second sip is more vanilla.
It's subtle enough just to give you nice hints, but again, not that if you ever have vanilla extract when you're cooking and had a drop or two in your tongue, you're like, whoa.
I want to say that this would go really good in a milkshake, though.
I got a feeling almost all of these would go really good in a milkshake.
I know, but like, say you put that in a vanilla milkshake, I don't like it as much neat. Just sip it on that vanilla bean. I think you have to mix that with something like you do a boozy ice cream or boozy milkshake or.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a complimentary.
Yeah,
but at the same time, that oatmeal cookie, I can't say I would necessarily always want it on its own.
No, but in the fall.
But even if you mix it, I think what's in there is so pronounced, it'd be hard to ever really get past those notes. So. Plus and minus for both on, what they do bring to the table or don't have to offer.
All right, give me another one. Let's do this.
You feel like apple pie or chocolate?
I want to save the apple pie for the end because I really think I'm going to like that one.
I'm going to warn you, it's not warm.
It's okay.
So you're going chocolate and I'll go coffee?
Yeah. I'm definitely getting chocolate on the nose.
As someone that has had maybe a splash or two of vodka and coffee before. May or may not have been there before. That's all I'll say. But this is definitely reminiscent and almost even get more of the grain neutral than I have in the first 2 or 3 we've had, and definitely didn't pick it up in the Skrewball, which is kind of funny considering it's a higher proof than these are at 60.
Really? Yeah. Here,
I don't know, John. I'm kind of worried about you in that coffee. You being the connoisseur you are, I think that one's going to let you down.
Take this chocolate hitter right there.
Oh, no, it smells like some good chocolate. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's solid.
As a coffee connoisseur,
Nah.
it just doesn't hit.
I knew I was going to let you down when I had it. I was like, oh, I feel bad now.
It doesn't hit the mark. I do love some good coffee. I think it's almost syrupy. That's the thing I would say. It's more syrupy than coffee, and it's almost too sweet, where it's like an artificial coffee opposed to a regular coffee, where that's where I think it kind of lost me a little bit.
Like I say, it's definitely more vodka in your coffee than it is beam in your coffee.
Yeah.
That may or may not be.
Yeah, I think if we could get it, if the coffee had a little more kick, it would be something I would probably go for a little bit more.
So let's see. Rough guessing here. I'm thinking we're about 50-50 on drinking solo versus being a mixer.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am
without any official documentation.
I am probably all in on the oatmeal cookie. I'm all in on the oatmeal cookie right now. I think that one is my favorite.
Well, here's the apple pie. I'll let you be your own judge before I speak on that one.
I mean, I typically...
I will say nose in it. Man, that's the friend you had in elementary or middle school that the parent kept the house perfectly nice and always had, the wood, the scented wood chips sitting out. And, you didn't even take your shoes off inside the house. You took them off in the garage. And if your socks were dirty, you took them off too.
I close my eyes and I'm taken back to hay rides, apple picking in the fall.
But it's that potpourri smell. I mean, it's almost so strong. It's funny to be that artificial of a potpourri smell, but be in a liquid alcohol.
Oh man, though, I still love it. I still love that apple pie smell.
I grew up in the South. Not around it too much, I think. It's still a little bit new on you.
No, I mean, I feel like it needs to be cut with something.
Yeah,
like
it's too much on its own. I felt both the nose and the taste, and the taste was a little alcoholic to me.
So now, what I've done here is I've put together the oatmeal cookie, the chocolate, and the vanilla, and the coffee, and I've put all of those together.
Yeah, you went more all in one. I'm not even call that infinity. I think that's more of a suicide type pour.
No, take a sip of that. That's actually pretty dang good.
Well, I'll counter with my own. I'll let you try it first. I don't think you saw what I mixed it with.
I like it.
Should be roughly 50-50 with Skrewball and chocolate.
Oh.
That's better than chocolate and peanut butter.
No, that is good. That is good. I have one more.
65% or 65 proof.
I have one more thing up my sleeve. Do you have the vanilla over there?
No, you do.
Oh, okay. I have one more thing up my sleeve.
Those are short sleeves. I'm a little worried.
Now, let's see what we got here.
Something in this throws it off.
Yeah.
I think some of those flavors you blended are just so pronounced.
Well, there's a
like
lot.
That oatmeal cookie and then the apple pie for sure. Those are just so individual, like memories and senses. You put them together, it'd be like somebody somehow like crushed up those, your two favorite cookies or whatever your pastries are at the holidays and like meshed them. Like some things just are meant to be enjoyed individually.
I understand that.
Always comes off with heavy apple. Tastes like apple cider to me.
That's apple pie and vanilla.
Have you tried it?
Not yet.
I mean, it's apple cider, spot on. Like people that, steep and do the homemade kind of stuff.
Okay. That is my favorite.
That's spot on apple cider.
Out of everything we've done right now, if you mix apple pie and vanilla, that is my favorite.
I mean, if you have a cold and get that just slightly warm, and then probably put just a dab of honey or something in there, like that's a sore throat remedy.
All right, so I think out of all of these, we figured it out. I don't know if you agree with me, but I think mixing apple pie and vanilla,
it's definitely a winner. I don't know if I would say it was my favorite.
I mean, take Skrewball out of the equation. Skrewball isn't distilled in Pigeon Forge or Old Forge, but
where I was going to go is simply, I assume, granted folks can't see it, John will get a picture, I'm assuming, but these bottles are what, 2 ounces, 3 ounces probably?
Yeah.
That is a little, kit more or less that's a variety pack of flavors. If you see one of these in the store, I'm just going to venture and say it's not overly expensive and you're half bored, want to have a good time. Get these things. These are just fun flavor bombs that I think anyone would actually enjoy tinkering around with and see what they came up with. And especially just some of the random senses that come out that you definitely don't get when doing a bourbon tasting.
I swear, people are going to think, like, I don't know what the hell is going on in the game room over there, but, like, girl is screaming. I don't know why.
Me either.
I kind of want to, like, go over there and be like, are you okay? Is somebody...
I was thinking, asking her if she want to play the sliders game, the shuffleboard looking thing, and then just push one a little too hard, maybe.
I don't advocate that. The views expressed by Zeke Baker are not the views of Dad's Drinking Bourbon and or John Edwards.
Hey, I mean, quit disrupting things. Imagine if that was in the condo next to you.
That's why we have a common area in the clubhouse where people can hang out and scream and make it sound like somebody is stabbing them. Like, that's how she's screaming, like somebody is stabbing her right now.
Oh, it's painful.
It is. I can't imagine this is going to cost too much money, but I would say, and I have no idea how much this was, and thank you, Chris and Keener and the folks at Old Forge for sending this our way, but it's really fun. Like, it's really fun to sit there and get all these different flavors and play with them. I almost think if we were doing this with the bigger jugs, I would rather have just a regular moonshine, the regular corn-based moonshine, but having these flavors in the smaller ones are a heck of a lot of fun.
We're quasi-adults these days. We got kids and shit. I mean, you could have a makeshift adult dinner party and, all right, we've got these 6 or 8 different ones here.
Yeah.
Everybody taste through them, see what strikes your fancy, try to blend it in some way, and then we'll all try everybody's blend and see who wins.
I would almost buy every single person who comes to a dinner party one of these 6-packs and say, all right, you do your own thing.
I mean, at the end of the night, you all Uber home, you're all laughing, had a good time, and you feel like you had a 5-course meal of desserts.
I know. I agree. Speaking of a 5-course meal and desserts, we are doing a dinner with Belle Meade at Ellington's Midway Bar and Grill at the Fairlane Hotel. It is going to be with Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery and Dad's Drinking Bourbon. We are the co-hosts. It is going to be a 5-course meal. It's also going to have a podcast. I bet they're going to have some of their whiskeys that everybody really likes, like that honey finish, the Black Bell, the Mourvèdre, the Reserve, the regular cast strength. I mean, there's a bunch of different Belle Meade bourbons that I'm sure are going to find their way out. And then after we have the meal, after we have the 5-course meal, Charlie and Andy are going to sit down with Zeke and I and actually do a podcast. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be on July 26th. Go ahead and go to Ellington's and find your way to get tickets right now. So search for Ellington Midway Bar and Grill or the Fairlane Hotel. Go ahead and get tickets. We'd love to see you there hanging out with us. I know there's not going to be that many tickets. I think it's probably going to be limited to about 50 people. So by this point, if you don't have your tickets, try to jump on because it's going to sell out quick.
Yeah, and I'll try to talk to our IT department and see if they can post a link somewhere in, our Facebook group or something.
It is already in our Facebook group. So if you search for our Facebook group and you search for me and things I've posted, you will find the link to get to that.
There we go. IT department's on the ball.
Absolutely. One step ahead of you. By the way, go ahead and find us on Facebook and find that Facebook group, Dad's Drinking Bourbon, answer a couple of questions. We'd love to have you come in. Also find our Facebook page, Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads, Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Find us on your favorite podcast app. Please leave us an open and honest review, just like we leave an open and honest review to all the whiskey that we drink. Zeke, you drinking some moonshine lately?
I can't call this in good faith the moonshine growing up in Northwest Georgia, but I will say this little brief off the cuff has been one of the more laughable episodes we've done, and I really want to mess with blending more of these things.
Me too.
See what other flavors are out there. I mean, I don't think the dill pickle we can do a whole lot with probably.
Yeah.
But
Tatum, send us some more. we want to do more blending.
Like Van Wilder said, Don't take yourself too seriously.
You'll never get out alive. Worrying is like a rocket chair. It's fun to do, but it won't get you anywhere. Cheers.
Ciao.